let's look at some tips for writing more effective text ads that really pull in potential customers. Our first tip is that the most important part of the ad is the title. That's because in a lot of different ad formats, you only see the title and the URL. You don't see the descriptive text. So the title might be the only thing a potential customer sees. And even when a customer sees the entire ad, it's the title that's big and bold, and that's what draws their attention. So the title has to grab the customers at first glance. It can't be wimpy. It has to just reach out and grab them by the throat and yank them in. So the title is the most important part of the ad. Remember that. You also need to include some or all of your trigger keywords within the text of your ad. So that if the ad is triggered by the keyword snow, that you should try and use the word snow somewhere in your ad, ideally within your title. That is, your most important keyword should probably be in your title. If you have got less important keywords, they should be in the descriptive text. So the ads are going to pull better because, here's the thing, people were looking for those keywords. They searched for the word snow, for example, and they're going to look at the ads on a page, and if an ad has the word snow, especially right there in the title, they're going to go to that ad. If the ad does not include the keywords they searched for, they're going to think the ad's not important, it's not relevant, and they're not going to click on it. So you want to include the keywords in the ad, ideally within the title for the most important keyword. Now, we're limited in terms of characters, the number of characters that you can use in a text ad, and that includes the URL. You're limited in the number of characters you can use in the URL, so you're not going to have the length to have a very long URL. In addition, you don't want a complicated URL. You want a URL that people can remember. So don't put a website address that's several levels down in your site. Don't put it down with a lot of slashes in there. You probably just want to put your homepage URL. Now, you can link to a more targeted URL. In fact, you probably should. You should link to a targeted landing page, which can have a more lengthy and sophisticated address. But in terms of the address that people see in your ad, make it short, make it simple. And in fact, if your website address is too long, it might not fit within the character restrictions. You may need to go out and buy a domain just for this ad that has a shorter URL. But it needs to be short and memorable, not a long, lengthy, specific page sort of thing. Now, your ad, especially your title, but actually your entire copy, should include a strong call to action. You want people to do something, you need to tell them what it is. You want them to click here, or you want them to buy this, or you want them to learn more or get more information. You want a strong call to action that tells people what you want them to do. That needs to be in your ad. And to do this, you need to use action words. What are, do this, buy, strong ads that get people's attention, like the word sale or bargain. There are specific action words. I talk about them in the book that you need to include for strong copy. Conversely, you want to avoid puff words. These are very short ads. They're limited in terms of how long they can be. You don't want to include words that don't do anything. And that probably means, short common words like a and the, words that just don't go anywhere and don't add to the effectiveness of the ad. You don't need them. You don't have room for them. This is probably the most efficient form of advertising you can do if you do it right. It's certainly the most compact form of advertising. So every word, every character matters. You really have to go over it in detail. As such, you should experiment with different copy in your ads. As with everything in terms of online advertising, testing is important. So you want to, run an ad several different ways. Try this copy block, try that copy block, try this title, try that title, see which ones pull the best, and learn from your experiments.